Hello and welcome back to the Skilled Coach Club podcast. It's your host Ella, and in today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can charge more for your service, up to double, and you're still going to have clients that are really happy to pay it and really want to work with you. I bet that you are looking at other coaches, usually coaches that are not as good as you, and you can tell because you can tell by what it is that they're offering, and you get really frustrated because they are earning way more. They seem to be signing loads of clients. They seem to have a huge following. When they put something out, people jump at the chance. And when you look at their prices, you think, oh my God, they're charging that. And they don't even do all of this amazing stuff that I do. Yeah. It becomes really, really, really frustrating. And this is one of the things that I see so frequently with coaches is that they know that they're the expert. They have invested so much time and energy and all of this stuff into getting the qualifications, into getting the experience, leveling up in all these different areas, only to go online and for there to be people that are basically not qualified at all or unethical or all of these kind of things making a hell of a lot more money. Now, look, it's not all about the money, obviously, but we want to feel like we are being paid well. That's part of it. Part of having an online business is feeling as though you're being paid well. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is explain a little bit why you are struggling with your prices and why you're finding it a bit awkward to increase them or you're feeling bad for increasing them. And I'll show you what you need to do in order to feel comfortable to increase those prices. Okay. So at the moment, you have your one-to-one service and you are charging clients what you feel like they're going to pay. So you might be charging £200, maybe £250, £220, whatever it is you're charging. But I bet that when you get on the sales call and you have that conversation with somebody, you're nervous about saying the price, or you're thinking, oh, this person is a mum, or they're working from home, or they don't have a job, or whatever it is. So you're putting all these things into your head and deciding why you think they can't afford it. And you might even be decreasing your price because you're worried that someone's not going to sign up. Or you might be getting price objections. In that case, you feel like the only answer is to reduce your price. So it might feel crazy, like, how could I double my price and people still pay? Because what's happening at the moment is you're taking a one-to-one service and essentially you're selling time for money, and you're thinking, okay, well, that's worth £200. So if I want to increase the price and I want to charge 300, I'm going to have to add more. You're thinking, okay, they are checking in weekly. I'm offering them DM support. They get a call with me. They get this and that. So if I want to double my price, oh my God, I'm going to have to do double the work because it's not fair otherwise. And this is because you are seeing your value as a coach in the hours that you're putting in and the direct access that the person has to you. Okay. So if I want to charge more, I have to give them more of me, give them more of my time, give them more stuff. But this absolutely is not the case. I know there's that equation that Alex Hormozi put out there, which demonstrates kind of like value and what makes an offer really valuable. And one of them is like perceived effort. And so the more and more we add to our coaching offer, actually we make it less valuable because people are thinking, well, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. So I don't want to pay all that money and not use half the things. Or they start to feel as though the transformation is going to be harder to achieve because we've made it seem hard by adding in all this extra stuff. So the answer isn't to keep adding more and more. Instead, it's how we demonstrate the value and how we kind of display what it is that we do. And in order to do this, we have to stop thinking that saying that it's one-to-one coaching is the thing that makes somebody sign up. Okay. Somebody is not signing up for check-ins. They're not signing up for a personalized plan, and they're not signing up to 24 hours access to you. This is actually a relief because it means that you don't have to do all of those things in order for you to earn more money. So what is it then that makes people actually buy? And you would have heard this before, but I'm really hoping that by the end of this episode, it really, really seeps into your head and you realize, God, yeah, I need to do that. Okay. I'm going to give you an example. We're going to have option A and we're going to have option B. And then I want you to think about which one of these would you jump at the chance of having. Let's just use the example of a gym goer who's been going to the gym consistently, but isn't yet seeing their body representing as if it doesn't look like they lift, basically. Option A is, what we'll do then is I'm going to work with you and we're going to make sure you look like you lift. Some clients are going to see results in 6 months, others take 3 months. It really depends. Yeah, it depends on what it is that you do, how fast your body responds, but there's a minimum commitment of 3 months. So we're looking at that kind of time frame, and you're going to get all your programming. It's going to come through on my private app. You're going to be in a community. You're going to be able to ask me any question, and every single week you're going to have check-ins. So I'm going to see all your form and I'm going to see all of this stuff. And the price, it's $250 per month. And it's that minimum commitment of 3 months. And then we can get you looking how you want to look by the end of it. How does that sound? What you're going to get here is you're going to get I need to think about this. Or you're going to get somebody that wants you to clarify the features. So when can I ask you questions? Or what about this? Or what about that? And that's because the value isn't there yet. They are looking at the features that you've just given them. You just listed them the features. They're looking at those features and they're deciding if they want to pay $250. Instead, let's compare that to option B. I think I said A and B and not 1 and 2, but oh well. Let's compare it to option B. You're the same lifter, but this is the program instead. My 90-day strength success system is a program that is designed to take you from not looking like you lift to looking like you lift within 90 days. You're going to go from putting in the work and getting no return to putting in less work, but actually it paying off. Your friends are going to start complimenting you. They're going to start asking you who it is that you're working with. You're going to have to buy new tops because you're finally going to have those delts that you want. Your biceps are going to be filling out your tops. All of this is going to take less time than what you're currently taking now. So what this is, it's going to be a 90-day program. And over that time, I'm going to take you through 3 phases using my strength system, whatever it is that I called it at the start, because I've already forgotten what it was. I'm going to get you to do training sessions that only require you to be in the gym for 30 minutes. We're going to fix your nutrition so you learn how to eat pizza while still making gains. And I'm going to stop you from having to eat out of Tupperware. Right? These are just some examples off the top of my head. I'll probably think of a better example, to be honest. You're going to be surrounded by like-minded people just like you who are already lifting and who are seeing great gains, and they're going to be able to recommend you all sorts of stuff. Anyways, that wasn't the best example in the world, but you can see how option B is already far more attractive than option A, because it's selling the transformation. So if I'm somebody who wants that transformation, my ears have already pricked up and I'm already listening. Okay. And so then the price, rather than being compared to features, which you might still explain or run through if they ask questions, you might explain kind of how the process works, because there are different types of buyers, which I'll probably run through in a different episode. So there are some people that need all the information before they're able to buy, but we need to make sure we have that emotional element first, like the process, showing them what it's going to look like. Then that is how you're able to say, for this transformation, from you going to from where you are now to not looking like you lift to getting to the place where you look like you lift, that's going to cost £800. And then the person is like, okay, do I actually want that outcome for £800? Yes, no. If they don't actually want the outcome for £800, they don't want the outcome for £800. Like, that's it. It's not that important to them. Okay. And this is another thing, actually, in your marketing, over time, you're going to attract people who it is that important to them, or you're going to continue with your marketing. The whole point is demonstrating why it's so important, because you're linking it to the things that they really want in their life. I'm going to give another example, actually. I don't think that one did it justice. Let's say you work with mums. So a lot of coaches will niche down because they have been told that they have to. And so they niche down just to make the audience smaller, but not because their program is actually perfectly designed for that niche. So parents or mums is a perfect example. Loads of people pick that niche, but their program isn't actually perfect for mums. Let's do option A. So option A, same as before, you're speaking to a mum and you're saying, we're going to get you your body back to how it was before you gave birth, and it's going to cost $250 per month. Or you're going to say, the Strong and Fit Mum method is a 16-week program that is designed to take you from sluggish, or take you from not being able to bend over without being in pain, or taking you from whatever it is that you identify as being the main place that they are now, to looking better than you did before you gave birth. I'm going to do this by giving you 15-minute workouts that you can do at home, so you don't even have to leave the house. And I'm going to show you how to prepare 20-minute meals that don't mean you have to cook multiple meals for your family, so that over the 16 weeks, you can achieve this outcome without sacrificing X, Y, Z. So you can see how that is actually a program that's actually built around a specific person that gets them a specific outcome in a specific time frame. And then it becomes far easier for you to put a price tag on it that's much higher, because you're selling that transformation. And the cool thing about this is that over time, once you've dialed in what your program is and your signature process, all you need to do is make it better. And that's so much more fun than having to convince people to join, because over time, as more and more clients go through the process, you start to realize, oh, this is where the clients drop off here, or this bit's too slow, this bit's too confusing, but everybody keeps asking me for recipes, I need to add that in here, or everybody's getting stuck here. So you start to see the problems, which means you can improve your program. So in a few months, you have a program that is unbelievably helpful for your dream client, because it's based off of feedback from your dream client that you keep iterating, that's full of that demographic. And so all your social proof is linked to that demographic. And then selling becomes far easier as well because you have a clear process, you know who it's for, you've got the results to show for it. So ultimately, it all comes down to stop trying to sell one-to-one, which is essentially access to you, personalization, direct time. And instead, we need to move towards a signature program. And that means knowing what our beliefs and philosophies are. It means knowing who it is that we're trying to serve. It means having a clear process. It means having unique methods. And then it means packaging it up in a program. That is what we need to do in order for us to charge more. So hope that was okay. I know I say that at the end of every episode, but it's really hard when you're just talking to know if you've made any sense. But yeah, hopefully that does make a bit of sense. As always, thank you for being here, and I will catch you in the next episode. Take care.